Hello everyone. Well, here's a video I've been wanting to do for a little while now. I've recently seen on Gundam Guy's blog that he has posed a hypothetical question to all of us. What would you like to see for the next Gundam series? And I've already left my comment on his page, and I've read several of the other story ideas, and I figured today I'd like to share mine here on YouTube. So I have a little printout of my synopsis here on my laptop, and I guess I'll just go ahead and read it. Maybe ad-libbing a couple things along the way, but anyway, here we go. Human populations have exploded beyond the planet's carrying capacity. Humanity's only hope of relieving this strain is to expand into space. However, corrupt multinational corporations hold sway over the world's resources and exploit the natural world to the point where only a handful of ecologically viable areas exist, and those areas are still under threat as well. These corporations have acquired protection against any form of worldwide protest or revolt by essentially buying the most advanced military forces in existence. These forces consist of weaponry such as high-powered tanks and aircraft, a small assemblage of nuclear arms acquired through black market venues of all sorts, and even a new line of first-generation humanoid mechs to keep the whole population subdued under horrible conditions, and to render all forms of established governmental opposition or negotiation essentially obsolete and powerless. But quietly growing from within these corporations, there exists a small but powerful secret group of dissenters who recognize that the time of diplomacy has long passed and utterly failed, and that the time for desperate measures has come. They seek a future in which mankind has moved beyond the controlling grasp of the elite to create a new life, not only on a restored planet Earth, but among the stars as well. Developed from the latest technology and piloted by a chosen daughter of this secret group, the mechanized humanoid weapon, codenamed Gundam, may be humanity's best hope for restoring balance to the world and overthrowing the tyrannical corporate empire that has sought to destroy it. And so there essentially is my basic synopsis of a series I would like to see, personally. It definitely needs some fine-tuning, but I think it's a decent start. And I think it offers a lot of potential for things like betrayal, corporate espionage. There are so many things that just sort of pop into my head that I could elaborate on this with. I won't go into too much, because then I would just be rambling and everything would be really incoherent. But at any rate, I figure having a female main protagonist and pilot would be something that is quite original as well. I know they did this, or sort of did this, in 0080, and in a few other instances we have strong female pilot types. But generally speaking, that's not what we see in Gundam. That's the exception, not the rule. And I've read that a lot of other people are posing that same idea, that we need some kind of female main protagonist and pilot to star as our main character here. And I think it's a great idea. And I know I think Tomino wanted to try it in Turn A Gundam, but he was shot down. So I know that the idea itself will probably never take flight. Maybe not for a while anyway. But it just goes to show you that so many people are looking for something like that, and I happen to agree. At bare minimum, it would just be a nice change of pace. And at any rate, in terms of themes in this show, I've even thought about that a little bit. I know there would be like a strong emphasis on the theme of ecological conservation, preserving our world, restoring what we have damaged, doing things like this, preservation and such. But I think something a little deeper than that, and one of the other main overarching themes of the story, I think it could play around with the idea that change comes only from within. There are certain Eastern philosophies which incorporate an idea such as this. If you've heard the Buddhist hot dog vendor joke, both halves of it, you may know what I'm talking about. At any rate, in terms of this internal change theme, I figure these corporations might represent how we as individuals, people, groups, even nations, can spiral out of control with greed, hatred, solipsism, etc. And then we use, in some cases, a militia of self-justifying excuses and denials to protect ourselves from any criticism that may come either from outside ourselves or from within. Now, just as these corporations' negativities and actions have affected the entire planet, our own individual negativities can affect the people and the things that exist within the sphere of our own personal lives. Now, the Gundam itself could even be made to represent the inner strength, the strength that comes from within the voice of corruption, that we all must summon within ourselves to stand against our darker, destructive impulses, and therein to find the hope necessary to reach for the stars, so to speak. So take that, Gundam Seed Destiny. And I've even thought of a potential theme song for this hypothetical series. It didn't even occur to me until well after I had posted my idea on Gundam Guy, but I just happened to be listening to the song and having these themes and ideas floating around my head. It just worked. I don't know that you would agree necessarily, but it just worked for me. The song is this. It's by a group known as Threshold, and the song is titled Mission Profile. Now, you'll be able to find this very easily on YouTube, and you'll be able to find one, I know for sure, that should have the lyrics posted in its video description. Just go Threshold Mission Profile lyrics, and you'll find it, I'm sure. And if you go and you listen to this, not only is it a pretty kick-ass song, which would work for sort of a darker age of mankind rock, sort of slightly with a sort of techno edge to it. It's not overpowering, but it's just a hint to suggest that we're in a sort of more advanced state of humanity, and it works. I'm telling you. Go listen to this. It may not be your particular taste in music in general, but if you relate it to what a sort of show like I'm presenting here might be like, maybe you'll agree that it is rather befitting. And go and read those lyrics, and relate it back to the themes I'm expressing from this whole change from within and this sort of greedy corporations overpowering the earth and our need to overcome our fear of turning over such negative impulses and things like this. Go listen to it. I'll even have a link in the video description if that'll help. So, this is an idea I came up with partly a long time ago, and I only really sort of just fleshed it out once Gundam Guy posed its question. And then it just sort of took shape in front of me as I was writing it. It was kind of a weird thing. It was like it was buried down in there for so long, and then it just sort of popped out. And like I say, I have certain ideas which I think would be able to be extrapolated out from the basic core synopsis here, but yeah, I figure it's a good start. And I've read plenty of other decent synopsises on the page that I was reading anyway. I think there's like 3 full pages of like 200 comments each. So I mean, I have no idea how Gundam Guy is gonna read through all those, but I just hope he'll find mine, because as you may know already, that this is sort of a contest thing that he's doing. And they're going to be arriving at a conclusion or a decision relatively soon, and I'm hoping that they at least see mine and consider it. So, at any rate, no matter what, I think it would make a pretty good show, win or lose. And I know that plenty of other people have had ideas, so I want to say, if you have any ideas of your own, or would like to critique mine, or offer suggestions, or whatever you want to do, feel free. Leave a comment. It'd be especially cool to get video responses. I think that would work best anyway. You could even throw in a music track that you think would work for the new show you have in mind, or whatever. I mean, go crazy. Use your imagination and present a good argument. This will be fun, I think. Something of a way to sort of get back on the horse for me, anyway, and back into the community a little bit. So anyway, I guess that's it for now. So thank you for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it, and please offer your suggestions and ideas in any video responses, comments, private messages, whatever. And yeah, so alright. Thanks for watching, and until the next time, catch you later.